Hello, Sarah Divinely You here for this new moon in Aquarius forecast. Look at astrology and the energies around this new moon. This is a doozy of a new moon, I'm not gonna lie. Um, all that time that I said, don't set your goals, don't set your resolutions, don't set your intentions, go ahead and do it now. Go ahead and do it now. What did you get from that Mars Mercury retrograde time where you were kind of forced to slow down, where you were kind of forced to take a look within and really ponder things through and make conscious choices, be in discernment? Now is the time that you maybe have gotten some clarity from all of that and can really set some solid intentions. What became clear for you during that the last several months? Mars was retrograde from October 31st until January 12th. Mercury was retrograde from December 29th until January 18th. So especially during the dual retrograde, if things became clear, now is the time to kind of reset your intentions, reset your focus, to see what appears differently heading into this Aquarius full moon. Aquarius, happy Aquarius season, by the way. I'm an Aquarius. I love Aquarius season. But Aquarius is innovative. It's technology. It's humanitarianism. It's community. It's relationships as far as groups and communities and things like that. So working together, interdependence, working together for a greater cause, whether that's, you're within your community, there's a handyman and there's a garden and there's a dress, clothes maker, mechanic, those sorts of things, like knowing who those people are within your community. That's Aquarius. It's also innovative. It's technology, and whatnot. So it's advancements and things like that. It's an air sign, making it intellectual, and so it's more knowledge expanding, and things like that. And so we have a lot of interesting, what do I want to say? We have a lot of interesting activity as far as who is partnered up with who for this new moon. So we have the new moon in Aquarius, Venus in Aquarius, Saturn in Aquarius, and then in Taurus we have Uranus and of course the North Node. But what's interesting about this, and these planets are all active in the next couple of days around this new moon. So Venus is the ruler of Taurus, Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, Saturn is the ruler of Aquarius and of course Capricorn. But so that we have the dispositor of Taurus in Aquarius, and then of course the dispositor of Aquarius and Taurus, both fixed signs. They square each other in the chart. And so it's interesting that both of those planets, or all of those planets, are making aspects during this time. So we will have the new moon on Saturday, and then on Sunday we will have Venus conjunct Saturn in Aquarius. So that's going to mix things up, because Saturn is constriction, it's karma, it's, rules and things like that, coupled with Venus that's about money and relationships and self-worth, self-value, and those sorts of things. So this is where, this is one of those first relationship transits I've talked about in previous videos, that 2023 is going to have a lot of relationship transits happening. This is going to be one of those. And then we have on Sunday as well is Uranus going direct in Taurus. And so Uranus is, because it's Aquarius, it's kind of a disruptor, right? It rules humanitarianism, technology, and it's in a fixed earth sign. Okay. This is one of many contributing factors to all of the wacky weather activity we've been experiencing lately is this Uranus and Taurus transit. And then Venus, maybe, Venus with Saturn could be causing things to occur in your relationships that are mixing things up and making things feel different and all of that. So so this weekend is it's kind of that moment of set your intentions, be very clear with yourself, with what you're wanting, what you desire, because what I'm feeling is as soon as this weekend is over, this energy is going to kick up, right? Mercury is going to start to speed up, and it'll be out of shadow. It's retrograde shadow on February 7th, and then Mars was going to take a lot longer to speed up. It doesn't leave its shadow until some like mid-March. So we've got time with Mars. However, they're both direct, with Uranus going direct this weekend. The planets are all going to be direct. That means things will pick up. They're going to happen faster. Things are going to speed up rapidly. They're going to get moving and get going. So whatever those intentions are, you can kind of anticipate or expect that there may be some opportunities for those intentions that you have set. It's also been important to look at your relationships and what you want in your relationships, and if you are in relationships that align with what you want and truly desire, and if not, then it's one of the hardest things that I have probably experienced in the last 3 years since 2020 began is massive change in my relationships. People that I was friends with, thought I was friends with, due to various reasons, have decided to not be friends with me anymore. I've decided not to be friends with them anymore. I've decided to change how I operate in relationships. So this is not about romance, because I've been single for 8 years. So, so this is all relationships. This is platonic relationships. This is business partnerships. This is all kind of family relationships, siblings. All of this is all relationships being affected by this shift in energy. There's some people, we can't change other people. We only can change ourselves. And if that means that we go it alone, to me, I'd rather go it alone and be in my own integrity, than to be in the wrong relationships and be out of my own integrity. For me, I feel like I have to work harder when I'm out of integrity. So taking a look at, your relationship with your job, your relationship with your family, your relationship with yourself, your physical environment. It's all of these relationships are going to be having kind of a transformation this year if they haven't already. So this is a big weekend. This is the weekend, if you haven't already set your intentions, be, pretty clear about what you want, what you desire for 2023 and beyond. And, again, take into account what you've picked up from the Mars Mercury retrogrades. That will be super helpful, because you've learned something from them. They showed you something, they revealed something, and then on top of that we had the Saturn, or the Sun Pluto conjunction, which this this new moon is still within that the orbit of Pluto. So it is conjunct Pluto. So there is going to be some truth and transformation, potentially a soul ego death and rebirth come out of this new moon. This is a big kind of, we've reached the top, now it's time to make the changes to get back down and make it a smooth sailing down. Maybe it's a zip line down. I don't know where zip line came from, but hey. And so anyway, let's take a look at some cards and see what we've got in the tarot. We've got the Emperor in reverse. I love this because this is, there we go. This is, it's hot-headed, it's self-centered, and it's illogical. And I think that's perfect, because 2023 is not going to feel logical. So if you've got that, I keep thinking Vulcan, because Vulcans are very logical. They operate from logic, right? They're non-emotional. And so this is, you want the emotional intelligence to be able to be illogical. I don't know if that makes sense, but what I mean is you want to be able to manage your own emotions so that you can do things that don't seem logical or maybe seem out of character, but are like the coolest thing you could have possibly ever done with your life, if that makes sense. That's what I get from that card. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune upright. And I like this one too. First of all, it is a beautiful card. But what I see here is this is, not only fortunes coming for us, but also travel and movement and moving around the world, moving around the globe. And so there could be something coming for you. I did a video a while back with Twin Starseed about the relocation and what I foresaw for 2023 and beyond, that more people would start uprooting and moving around to grid the light, to spread the light work, or the light energy around the planet. That's how we build each other up, is we go to different places and we build people up, right? And then we have the King of Cups upright. And so again, this is emotional intelligence. This is knowing how to be with your emotions and knowing how to process them. Emotions are meant to be felt, but we are not our emotions. And so it's very interesting that we get the Emperor in reverse and the King of Cups upright, because that is the ultimate in leadership, right? It feels like self-centered leadership. And there is an aspect of this energy that's very self-centered, in that, well, I can't do this until this person makes this decision, or this person does this, or whatever. That's something we kind of have to stop doing. It's more about, like, are you emotionally stable enough to make the moves that need to be made for yourself, for your own growth? And sometimes that means, doing something that's completely out of character, completely unexpected to people watching you, but within you, it's the right thing to do, right? So an example is last year, I left Arizona and I moved back to the Midwest, something I did not intend to do, but in the moment, and now, it feels like the most aligned thing I could do, even though it doesn't, my ego is like pissed, but, but my soul is getting so much from the community and so much from time spent with my family, and things like that. And, so sometimes things are going to seem illogical, but learning how to manage my emotions around it, learning how to be with my emotions, and this goes for all of us, is learning how to manage your emotions. Feel the emotions, let them move through your body, whether that, whatever that looks like for you, but crying, allowing the emotions to pull to just come out of your body and move through energetically, will allow you to make decisions and discernments that are in alignment, that may not seem logical, or may not seem like, why are you doing that? But so use good judgment, use good discernment, be emotionally intelligent about it. I try not to make major life choices when I'm emotional, because I always end up, I always do them out of the emotion, and then I come out of the emotion and I'm like, oh, what was I thinking? Why did I do it that way? And so I always try to be really, let the emotions pass through and then make a decision based, from a higher space, from a more, stable space mindset. So I hope that was helpful. Happy Aquarius season. Happy new moon in Aquarius. I cannot wait to see what people are, set their intentions for this year. It's going to be a good year, and it's about to kick up. So I hope you're ready, and I will see you on the next report. Thank you.